Hello, everyone. This is Miguel along with Jared. Ramses is unfortunately not with us today, but we are here on our Secret Stage Plays series where we go into the games and review games that we see and gameplays that we're going through. And today's special game is courtesy of AO Manga,
Yeah,
and it's called Vanguard Princess.
it's fun because Ramses and I played this from one of our rambles on a while back, and now we're going back into it again. That time we didn't have you, and this time we don't have Ramses. That's really weird. Both times you have me. Huzzah!
Yeah. So that means you get a nice dose of Jared to help you out with this
Yeah,
today. So
yeah,
let's go ahead and get onto it. I'm pretty sure that you guys played it before, but this is the intro screen. It's kind of it's nice, I guess, to say in short words.
Well, I mean, the issue I kind of have right now is because I think when I first loaded this, because there's so little movement in that upper part, I was like, wait, did it freeze? And then the text would change, and I go, oh no, it didn't.
Yeah, you would think that too, but it's like it's okay. There's not really nothing to impact. I mean, reading the text.
Yeah,
Recruited to the battlefront line, soon became inspiration to soldiers everywhere to respect each other's laws. And, yeah, it's kind of quickly to just read out, but it's right there.
yeah, it's a very, very dense backstory for essentially a fighting game.
Yep.
But I appreciate that over no story. You know, it was just like, okay, well, here's these girls, they're going to beat each other up now. You know, you'd be like, oh, okay. Versus this, where it's like, oh no, you see,
All
this
right.
person was an experiment, became super powerful, and war.
Yeah. All right then. So here we go. Here's the main title screen right here. Vanguard Princess 2-on-2 fighting game.
Yeah. Which has a handful of little expansions that add extra modes and a couple extra characters. Namely, the last boss is playable.
Yeah. So anyways, a few things I want to get into is does it have controller support? Can you use your Xbox 360 controller, or if by any chance you have a PS4 DualShock and you can do your workaround like I did, if it works for it. And
Oh, I need to try that. I haven't tried that before.
and it works. It works so far. The control seems like it's good. Obviously, for me, I like to play with joypads a lot than the keyboard stuff. But if there's a keyboard option, I'll go with it. There's keyboard controls, but I'm pretty sure you
The
and
problem with fighting
Ramses
games
have
is you really
done.
don't use keyboards.
Huh?
The thing with fighting games is you just don't use keyboards, period.
Yeah. Okay, so far we have two modes: story mode and versus mode. Not very big selection on your modes here. A few things that people on stream can't see is the settings menus are up on the top on your menu if you open it up. You have your game options, your game options, your keyboard, your game controller options. There's help, your default size for the screen. I have mine on widescreen, so it's not on default size, so it's a little bit bigger. If you can notice here, it's on this side. I don't know if you have the stream open, Jared, but yeah, the menu screen is titillating, as it were.
I'm not seeing anything like that. Other than I'm seeing the main screen here for the two main modes. But yeah, I like the character designs in this game. I referenced that with the Ramses review. I really do like the designs. I'm not 100% certain who the artist was behind the characters, but I do love the designs for this.
Well, let's get into versus mode here. Looks of things, it looks like it's just online solo player versus, so there's no online.
Yeah, that was Ramses and I complained when we played it as well, because we both own a copy, and we were like, oh, well, then we could totally go and battle each other. It's be a lot of fun.
Yep.
We didn't have that option, unfortunately.
So far, this is how it is. This is versus mode. I'm pretty sure that if I had the PC controller, I'd probably have second player.
The one thing I do found cute is that the girl
Sorry, Jared. Let me
little
do a
character
quick audio adjustment here.
little character segments blink, and I just thought that was just kind of amusing.
Yeah. Yeah, so far, as you can see here, I'm using the joypad to play. I control both characters at the same time, so
I think
I'm
you're
fighting
playing
myself.
I think you're playing it as a controller 1 and 2 on the same controller.
Yep.
So that's just gonna make things awkward and weird.
Yeah, but I'm fighting myself, so it makes it weird strategizing it.
Yeah, but this is a decent way, at least, for you to test out how the controls feel in this game.
Yep. Well, it makes it kind of hard for the fact that I'm only fighting myself, and it's kind of weird to control stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to back out of it as soon as getting a feel for it. But yeah, let me go ahead and just that's a guard, isn't it? I think that's a guard. Special.
Yeah, there's a flashcard type thing like in Melty Blood. And then you can use that to essentially parry their attacks and recharge your bar. It's a standard flashcard thing. And then you get your little assist character.
Alright, so go ahead and back out. Wait, how can I back out?
I think there's a menu button for it, I'd imagine.
Oh, trying to. I need to push some keyboard buttons. Trying to get out. I see that keyboard and joypad are utility. Okay,
Oh, kill yourself. That should get the job done. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I won. Alright. Go ahead. Back out now. Alright, backing out of versus mode. Alright, so
it's a bit more fun if you actually have a second person there.
Yeah. Okay, so far there's no menu button to go in, so that's fine. I can deal with it. Alright, so let's see. These are the different characters to play with, and I'm assuming these are the assists, right?
Yeah. With assists, you'll hit left and right. For the characters, you'll go up and down.
Okay.
That's the first character I beat the game with, by the way.
Yeah, that's pretty much the default character, right? Ryu of the game?
I don't know if Eri is, specifically. But I liked Eri. I like Yu was pretty decent too. What's the name of the gun chick in this? I actually like the gun chick. I think she's a couple. There's a redhead on the. Because you have the sisters, you have the short girl. Is the gun girl.
Okay, let's see. Go ahead. I guess I'll pick the gun girl, I guess. Give the fan service, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright,
well, I like my ranged characters, so when I play, if there's a character who's ranged, there's also a chick in here, I can't remember which one it is. One of the two sisters uses a bow, but I actually really liked his bow. Yes, this works for both ways. Like your sexy ladies as your main fighters and your lowlies as your assists. So I thought that was kind of a cute way of differentiating the characters.
Yep. Alright, so we'll go with let's go with this one. Seems completely out of application. This is for an easy mode, so that way I don't get completely dominated.
Yeah, while still trying to learn the game.
Luna is a former soldier of the government special units forces called Braid War. Currently, she's a bounty hunter operating out of the lawless demilitarized zone. She's headed into the battlefield because she was hired to track down a fugitive that happens to be one angry female dog.
That's cute. The irony is, it actually could be a dog chick, you know, but like it probably just decided, yeah, we'll keep that for big. We'll keep that for big, bitch.
Okay.
And you could always, yeah, there. And the, of course, you saw how.
Okay. I just got a
Yeah, who's super? I like it. Yeah, you might want to finish the fight before you worry about letting out extra loud as you play it.
Alright, I should be able to hear you a little better now.
Yeah, alright.
My fight that's a little slow. You can use one of my guns next time. I don't know. I'm getting kind of. It's kind of hard for me to get her control though. Her feel for her combos.
Yeah, she's very different. She's like a ranged, dodging type character.
Yeah.
So she plays towards my taste and not necessarily your taste. So I mean, there's certain things like that where I realize that like I'm not entirely certain on what your playstyle is, so being able to tell you which character would work with that is a little more difficult.
I'm just trying to figure the character's movements out. It's a little erratic on my point, you know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, figuring it out on the fly is always not the most fun thing in the world either.
Okay.
Hooray. I like the randomness of this location. It's just a fool. Just standing around posing in the background.
To block that.
God, I love that super. Every time I see that, it's cool. I know I have like a slight delay, so my response to the super is a little bit after everything, but.
Okay.
And yeah, like, in like many Dojin style fighters, they have the little, midway through the game, you'll get the little characters talking smack on each other before they actually start a fight. I always kind of enjoy that, especially if they just make them comedic. And a lot of these ones do tend to be comedic, or for the characters who are connected to each other, sometimes it's a little over dramatic. But I do like the dialogue. It's fun.
Cute.
It seems like you're getting the hang of the game.
Kinda. So I assume it's the same kind of thing with an 8 round battle to the finish.
Yep. You'll fight a couple more Jared people, you'll get another story fight, and then you'll take on the boss.
I just did something and I don't know what I did.
Yeah, she's kind of a pain because she's one of those get in your face and then just beat the snot out of you characters. Of course, it dawns on me, the cool part about being able to go through like this is you're going to see the various other girls as you fight through this mode and determine which one you might have closer to your playing style.
I just figured out how to do that gun.
Oh, the big gun move?
Yep.
Just having fun with that. Using like, oh, you only have a cannon.
Huzzah! Victory!
Well, when you hit someone with a giant cannon over and over again,
Yep.
they'll get the job done.
As long as the job gets done.
I mean, yeah, that's the point of playing is the truth with the guns. Everyone's trying to punch you in the face and you're just shooting them over and over again. I also like how her transport is clearly a mecha, but I don't know if she has any of her super anything. I'll already summon that.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get used to this character's playstyle.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Like I said, I liked her. clearly.
Except she doesn't have a forward dash, because all her forward dashes are crazy gun exhibition stuff.
Yeah, gun twirling and what have you. But she's all supposed to be about like getting away from a character and then shooting them from range. That's why all her special attacks are all range shots in different directions. And then she has that crazy somersault for her escape thing. Uh-oh. Yes. Guys are catching up on this.
Yeah. Alright, no more continuing for now. Let's see a different character real quick.
Like, if you're gonna lose, you know, at least you lose to a super.
Yep.
But like I said, that showed you like half the cast while playing through there, so at least you have an idea of what some of these girls are like and who might have a style that's more akin to your style.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go with the start characters. The one that starts at the top.
Yeah, one of the sisters. One of the things I think that anyone watching may have noticed is this game moves really fast.
Yeah, it's not a slow fighter, it's a fast fighter too.
Yeah. And generally I like that. The only issue with the speed is that when you're trying to learn a character for the first time, it gets a little more complicated because, you know, you gotta be keeping up with the speed of the computer. But even like when you were using Luna there earlier, it really was just, okay, I got this. It took you a round or two, but you got it. And it's probably be that way with Yui here as well.
Yeah.
Although honestly, this is
Changing
not the girl
controllers real
to first. Yeah, this is not the girl to first start fighting against because she is all up in your face doing all her throwing you around moves and what have you.
Huh. Weird. Okay. This one I didn't have that feel for. Let's try the other. Keep getting the. Whatever. Let's see here. It looks like you're getting held of her.
It was better than you were last.
Huh. I just found my spam move for this character.
Use my older brother's phrase when playing a fighting game. Hey, a win's a win. That lesson you taught me harshly in Street Fighter, and kept reminding me through like the Soul Calibur years and stuff too. Yeah, I used a throw move that launched you right off the edge of the stage. A win's a win, and I'm like, right.
Yep, a win's a win.
It's like, yeah, but if you go to a SoCal tournament and some guy tosses you off the ring, he still gets the. You go on to the next round and you don't. I'm like, yeah, that's true. I haven't played SoCal in a while.
I know. A win's a win.
Yeah. Fortunately, I'm so rusty now. I used to do Soul Calibur tournaments all the time, and now if I probably took on my little brother who's never played Soul Calibur before, he'd probably just kill me. I'd go like, how did I lose to someone who has never played the game before? How rusty could I possibly be?
Cool. I can do it in the air as well.
Oh, yeah.
Not a bad little fighter. They seem to enjoy it.
Yeah. It's like I said, I had fun with it, but I really do like the style of the smaller, type fighters, where you can kind of just jump in, play a couple rounds, have some fun. You're not gonna have the crazy competitive scene on it, but it's just kind of my type of game. I'm the Melty Blood poster child, so obviously I like these style of fighters. I mean, how many years of my life I've wasted on moving.
Alright, what's there? Also in air. Quarter circle forward, BXXX. Okay. I was trying to figure out specials, but it's kind of hard to figure out what's what. Okay, another character to test out.
Yeah, it's kind of the fun of experiencing brand new characters and stuff like that.
Random. Roulette. think I found the character I would play with. I figured out how to grab now.
That was just a simple get up close and use medium.
It works.
Yeah, the other sword drill. Kind of like you're more than you. Apparently you do too, so.
Normal mode. Alright, whatever. Lolly girl. So lollies, two lollies. She has a counter.
Sorry about that, I always keep getting called away. Trying to figure your time off on here just killing everybody, so. It's okay, it's entertaining. Watching the enemy girls kill each other. Yeah, like I was saying before I left, I actually really do like Saki. I think she plays a little bit better than Yui in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it was fun to just kind of rotate through the girls and just try them all out and what have you.
Yeah. Alright. I just keep selecting the default one, I guess. The default partner girl, because I don't... That's just something else to try to get, is the partner assist. Makes it kind of weird.
Well, because you're not thinking about using left and right just like two characters, at the same time. You're thinking of, you're expecting it to be two different sets. Like, okay, first we'll select my first character, then we'll select my assist, as it is in a lot of games. Well, this is, switch through them at the same time, which just takes a little while to get used to. that big of a deal really once you kind of get that once you remember it.
Hey, shots.
Oh yes, that's why we're playing director's cut, folks. But I like this girl's introduction thing where she actually begins like looking over the edge of the screen and then runs into position. We'll see that again if you get into the next fight. It's her little intro. I love her intro. I just find it amusing.
Got my skills from watching Kung Fu flicks.
Saki, man, she'll kill you. That's what she does. But yeah, just select your next character. What are your general feelings on how everything works in this? Because
it's pretty solid. I mean, the controls are a little difficult to figure out first, but after a while, getting a hold of it, I guess you can catch on to what it is. It's X, A, B. I just gotta remember that these letters are for the Xbox controller, and I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. Well, my controller isn't even like an Xbox controller either, so it took me a lot of. It was one of those ones where I'm like, can I just have these things be called like heavy, medium, and light, or whatever your equivalent for whatever game,
Yeah.
I really like how Eri plays. But then again, it's like one of my favorite anime girl names, so I don't know if it's one of those like I use her because I like the name and she plays like or if that she actually plays in a style that I really like. I think if I recall right, yeah, that little combo thing she has there is really... It actually kind of reminds me of one of the versions of Kyo and King of Fighters. Combo follower, and there's a character in Melty Blood who has a move like that I really like too. As you do the follow-ups, you just add more and more to the attack.
Yep.
I believe there's a character in Blaze Blue that also does that. It's one of my favorite kind of types of moves. I think if there's anything I'd put into a flaw in the fighting system is that the assists aren't super useful.
Yeah. Because you completely forget about them, and they're not. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're useful if you can time them right.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just having them like shoot off a little energy shot or something that's just not going to do anything. And I think it's the only thing is I'd like my backup person to do a little bit more. Or have them all have different purposes. Like, oh, this one gives you a damage boost. This one gives you a healing boost. This one gives you a defensive boost. Yeah, something like that I think would be more useful than shooting off a little fireball or some other little distraction trap. Well, that's just my personal feeling of girls. And the thing is that the main fighting mechanics are so well done, especially for a smaller fighter like this, that it feels like you don't even need the assist first. That's just an excuse to have more distracting stuff on the screen.
Yep.
Rule Miguel choose.
Normal mode. I want to get to easy mode. Okay. Alright. Arrows. Okay, so I see that she only has a couple of arrows to use, just like girl.
Yeah, then you had to recharge it. Which is kind of an interesting mechanic. There's only a few games I've ever played that had, you know, a mechanic like that where it's like, no, you have ammo. Or what equates to ammo, essentially.
Okay. Arrow girl did not work out. I haven't tried these two yet.
Of course, you also played on normal mode, and we're with a character you've never used before. So.
Okay, I wasted the special there. Victory. There we go. Got a special out of it. Huzzah. looks pretty fun to play with, I guess. City in ruins.
You're beating everyone up with your big death shield. Thanks.
But
Yep.
getting the hang of this character.
We might actually make it to the final boss. So,
Yeah.
most character to get there.
This one actually might be a final boss fight. I could actually meet you with this character.
Alright. Which is good, because my time is running out. I need to head out. So, I'll let you go through this run, and then we'll discuss our final thoughts, and then you can keep playing if you want, and I'll have to head out.
The Promised Hill. Got one victory out. Hey! Pulled out a victory.
Huzzah!
I guess it's the final boss now, right?
Yep. Dressed the way all final bosses should be dressed. Especially on Bison.
Sexually clad.
Yep. All those 2D fighting final boss rules of being
Then again, it's an easy mode final boss fight.
either way too easy or just in spam the crap out of her moves in a murder you mode. So it's two different settings.
Well, it's an easy mode, so it's we're not gonna spam the crap out of you yet. Yay! Final boss defeated.
Yeah,
All codes. Huh.
clearly an easy mode victory there.
Yeah. Yeah, though from the looks of it, everything is still destroyed.
Yeah.
Morning after the battle.
I like how the evil government in this game is called the government, by the way.
Huzzah! 2-on-2 fighting game. It says 2-on-2, but it's really just 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Some characters are just there for show. I'm pretty sure that people that play this game, like, or the creators can attest to the second character and how to use it properly. As
Well,
opposed to
you
someone
can see it has a
fresh.
little energy bar, and your assist gets stronger as the fight continues, but it just never feels that like it's really necessary.
Yeah. But I do like the art that they have going for the game.
Yep.
Thank you for playing. Well, that was Vanguard Princess all the way to the final battle.
Yeah, using Natalia.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Everyone
And
else,
there's also played to just about every girl too, so.
except for one more, but that's gonna be it for us. I would like to say it's a pretty good game. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I'm not one of the big fighting game players. I do enjoy Guilty Gear. I do enjoy occasional Street Fighter. and this is up there with one of my games that I would play on a free time.
Yeah.
The couple of downsides to it, I would say, is of course, there's no online multiplayer support, but maybe they might work on it in a future release. Who knows? I mean, it'd be something interesting to see, but again, with a lot of the fighting games going on right now and these days, you have a lot of online connectivity issues, so it's one of the few things that you need to figure out before you can make it
Yeah,
online.
it's a double-edged sword because if it had online and then we were playing it and it wasn't working right, it'd be a major minus. Versus the only minus is, well, it'd be nice if it had it.
Yeah. There's a couple other minus. The controls are a little. There's some controls feel a little clunky too, playing the game. But once you get the flow of what you need to do for certain characters, or when you get your character flow, you can start catching up. It's like it is with any fighting game, though. You got to learn your character's mechanics before you can start really figuring every little trick and tips onto it as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good game. I'd say pick it up. It's on. What is it? How is it on Steam right now? Is it?
I'm not sure what its current price is on Steam, but it's not a fair. It's not that expensive of a game because it's a smaller title, and I've seen it on sale multiple times. In addition to also seeing the DLCs on sale, which will unlock Hilda, the final boss, as a playable character and as a support, and a couple extra modes, like survival mode, and they have team mode, which is, in my opinion, the most unfair game mode I've ever played, where you play your solo with your little assist girl, and you take on two of the other girls at the same time. And that gets chaotic and really difficult.
Okay, it's currently, if you just want to buy the regular Vanguard Princess on its own, it's $5, or you can buy the entire pack for $8.97 or $9. So it's not a bad price. It's a pretty good year. It's a good price for it right now.
Yeah, especially for just a small, pick up and play fighter.
Yeah. It doesn't have that much requirements for you to play either. You just need to have 1 megabyte of RAM, which is a drop in the hat compared to all the other games.
Yeah, everything's going to have... There shouldn't be a computer that's running Steam that shouldn't have that.
Yeah. It's a good game.
Yeah. I generally enjoyed it as well. I mean, I like... This is my style of fighter. I like my easy pick up and play. It has a little bit of a story, but it's not... like you said, you're clicking through most of the story without even worrying about it. Because it's really just... let's give these girls an excuse to beat each other up, and not so much, it's not like playing Blaze Blue, where you're going through the story mode, going like, hold on, I think I skipped something, because that's not making any sense. This is your standard fighter. I'm a bounty hunter. I'm the sacred... I wield the sacred sword. I'm trying to protect my friend / sibling
/ whatever.
/ whatever. They all have their own mission. And, it's more or less, not... Considering how, the opening has this whole, backstory for Hilda, and everything else is really a little more shallow, but not shallow in a bad way. I don't like when people say, oh, this game is shallow for this. It's really not. This is a small fighter that kind of gives you, the bare necessities, exactly what you need. It gives you the bare necessities. You got your fighters, you got some pretty graphics, you got some funny dialogue, and you can pick up and play for 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever you want, and then you can just go on to something else. It's what I call a mind clearing game. It's like, I just want to clear my head and not think about anything. You could just pop in Vanguard Princess, play for 30 minutes or so, and then after that you go, okay, cool. My head's a little more clear. I'm going to get back to something else.
Yep.
And that's one of the reasons why I love what they're sometimes called doujin fighters, but they're basically fighting games made by smaller companies that are usually along the style of this game. And most notably, I'm a huge fan of Melty Blood, but I really did enjoy this. I could hold this up with Melty Blood in terms of graphics and gameplay and story. Melty Blood's story is a bit more robust, but that's because it's based off a visual novel, while this I don't think is based on anything, as far as I know.
Original created story from creators.
Yeah,
it's not bad. And I want to say too is the animation style floats pretty well, when you're fighting the games. Everything's good. Hitbox detection, when it comes down to it, I can't really say for sure. I'm not a big FGC kind of guy. FGC,
Yeah.
for people that don't know, is fighting game community. Uh,
Yeah.
so far things are they're pretty decent. I'll give it that, and it's right there on par. I mean, when you go full screen, it doesn't really make the game nice. It really it doesn't make it look the game pretty. You do get its pixelated stuff and everything, but if you play the game on its default size, you'll get a better you get a better feel of the characters for how it is, how the art is. You won't have that pixelation of what you do if you have full screen. So, but I like to play my games on full screen if I can. So
Well, that's an issue with the game's initial design. I mean, obviously, you see for the low level requirements, it wasn't designed to be full 1080p or anything like that.
no, yeah, but it's still pretty good. Even though it's expanded out, but the game still looks very nice when you have it on large. You don't have overly pixelated character look, which is nice. And just the backgrounds, I mean, you just see the characters in the background when you're watching them play, when you're playing and everything. Like I said, the only thing is, it's kind of hard to get that assist in, because you just don't know exactly how you're going to time it and everything.
Yeah. It's one of those mastery things that if you see someone who's been playing this for a long time, or really has memorized the game really well, they could probably throw those into combos and just keep their combo numbers rising up higher and higher, and, do what akin to a brutality in Mortal Kombat of just this combo that just keeps going and just explodes you. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I need to head out, but if you are out there and you're looking for a small fighter to kind of fill that 2D thirst, I guess, you can you check this one out. It's inexpensive and a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's very good, very interesting. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys do too. If you are heavily into the fighting game community, this game might not be for you.
Yeah, if right now you're on your 200th hour of playing Street Fighter V, I wouldn't recommend this. If you want, like I said, just a kind of fast kind of playing, go for it.
Yeah. So it is. I'm gonna let the computer run down this character so that way it's going through. But that's pretty much it with the gameplay. These were our thoughts on it. It's worth the pickup, worth the play. I'm not sure if it's on if it ever gets on Humble Bundle Steam, but or anything like that.
It has been a Humble Bundle. That's how Ramsey's got his copy.
Ah, okay. It pops up on the Humble Bundle. So if it's ever on there, pick it up. It's worthwhile. If you want to get onto it some more, give it support. I mean, that's the only other way these small kind of Dojin Fighter type companies, make updates to these games is by giving it support by purchasing it. If you don't purchase it, you're not going to get support for it, and it's going to be,
I mean, to put what's a quick comparison, and I don't want to be staying here for another 10 minutes. Let's try to wrap this real quick. But, Skullgirls is a great example of an American Dojin Fighter. It was a small set of characters. It had a really big fan base, and people, through Kickstarter and through purchases. That's why we have the extra, what is it, five characters?
Or six. Yeah. One of them was a joke character that got added on afterwards.
Yeah, we need to do a Skullgirls stream when we have the chance.
Whenever we have the opportunity to do so. But yeah, this is Vanguard. This was Vanguard Princess, everybody. This was the Secret Stage Plays. So game series reviews and playthrough. How it is that we've always gone through. We always go through a cold play of this, so we never actually had an experience it with before. Jared and Ramsey's had experiences it before, so that's why I was the one to play with it.
Yep, going in blind.
And this is how our review formats are. If you enjoy our review formats, give us a like here, follow here on Twitch, give us a like on Facebook, give us a like on Twitter, give us a follow on Twitter, subscribe to us on our YouTube. This will be up on YouTube. And for me and Jared, this is all of us saying, game over, winners don't use drugs.
And it's a secret to everyone.
Mm-hmm.